behind me is this thing that they're calling a ring, and it's 63 kilograms. So this place with the small, tiny, ancient-looking boat and the old, small buildings is probably not what you think about. When you think about Dubai, you probably think about the high-rise, modern, fancy buildings. But these small boats and these old beige small buildings are a part of Dubai called the Old Town of Dubai. And in this video, I'm going to explore this old town and all the markets inside it. It's 4 p.m. 4:20 p.m. and I'm in Bar Dubai, which is like the oldest part of Dubai, which is like older than almost anything else. People don't realize there's like this really old part of Dubai. Behind me, like a few hundred meters that way, was actually the former Sheikh, the Sheikh of Dubai's residence, which is a museum right now. But the security told me I wasn't allowed to film there, so I just walked away. Looks like I'm walking past some port area that seems to be closed. I'm going to my first spot for today, which is going to be like a wholesale textile souk or market. A lot of markets that I want to see. That's a lot of walking from one end to the other, so it's going to be like interesting. Oh, a lot of people taking photos and I'm walking right through them. So I'm not sure where exactly I am right now, but I'm in the middle of two different mosques. One of them is like beige colored and the other one's like very well decorated, the one behind me. In my head I was expecting some ancient markets selling carpets like Arabian Nights, but this is like a very modern market with textile shops selling a lot of fabrics in wholesale. I should have figured it out, that's what it is. On to the next market. Now we're about to enter the Grand Souk of the area of Bar Dubai. A lot of fancy women's clothing right here. Okay, this place looks a lot more like the ancient market that I was hoping and expecting to see. Ancient looking buildings selling carpets. This is exactly what I was looking for. Lots of Ronaldo jerseys out here. Seems to be a popular guy. This seems to be a pretty cool walk-in area with like a thatch-covered roof with hurricanes hanging off every couple of meters. I'm not even sure if these hurricanes ever turn on. Okay, I found my brother Sharif here, and he's selling some 100% Kashmir scarves over here. It is pretty soft. So I see lots of souvenirs here, but not really anything I like or want. So I'm gonna go to the next spot, but I think I'll have to cross the river for that. Came over here and sat on this boat with a bunch of other people. It's going to take me literally across this canal. Now it looks more like a canal than a river. Crossing this canal should cost you like 1 dirham or like 30 cents. Boat drivers going around making sure no one's taking up too much space and collecting the coins. Not sure where exactly we're going, but we're going somewhere. Not sure how effective these are, but there at least seems to be some life jackets on top of us in case this sinks. I waited too long and the boat almost left with me. So I thought this was going to take me just across the canal, but it took me like more than a kilometer this way. So I have to walk all the way back where I wanted to go. There seems to be an unattended boat here with the engine running. Maybe I can just take over, go for a drive or a ride through Dubai. So this area on the other side of the canal is called Deira, and now I'm going to try to find the next souk. I think I have to enter this tunnel to cross the street. Pretty cool tunnel. Seeing a lot more modern looking buildings on this street. I'm also running into a lot of Bangladeshi viewers on the street. I think it's a Bangladeshi bhai shothe dekha holo. Amake dekhe chhinche. You probably know this, but the internet is something that is essential when you're traveling in 2024 just for using the most essential apps like Uber or Google Maps. Getting reliable Wi-Fi is not something that you can always count on in every country. But getting a traditional SIM card can be a complicated process when you're traveling. It adds different hassles that you don't want to deal with when you're traveling, and it most importantly takes away your precious time from your vacation. So the way I've solved this issue personally is using eSIMs with Airalo. Airalo has been my go-to SIM in everywhere that I've been to recently and is available in more than 200 countries and regions. Literally you can here see the eSIMs that I use in Turkey, in Sri Lanka, in Europe, in Thailand. What makes Airalo really cool that you can just install the eSIM from your app before you even get to that country in a very easy process, and I usually activate it when I'm boarding my flight to that next country so that I'm ready to explore with data connectivity the moment that I land. So you can check out different packages from Airalo for your next trip using the link in the video description, and you can also use the coupon code Nadir3 NADIR3 to get $3 off your first purchase. Now back to Dubai. So I took a break from filming for a few hours because of iftar and everything was closed anyways. Now I'm going to the Perfume Souk, and this area that I'm in noticeably has less South Asians and a lot more people from Africa. Okay, definitely starting to see a lot more perfume stores and a lot of people with these like wheelbarrows that are basically like moving around a lot of boxes. This area definitely smells better than most other souks. You know, I was vlogging and thinking a lot of these shops have like Bangladeshi names, and I was right. So this man who doesn't actually look as Bangladeshi as me, he just brought me in and he's getting me a coffee now. Bangladeshi hospitality. Thank you so much.
It's a branded perfume now. It's a branded perfume.
Perfume ta banano.
Its name is 1 million. It's a good guy. Gucci guilty.
So this is really interesting. The gentleman explained everything. These are like bottles basically that are samples, and they show the samples to potential customers, and then there's like wholesale sales. So like there's like big bottles up there. There's like 1 liter, 5 liter, 25 liters, and depending on the demand, they sell the wholesale ones after if they like the samples. And behind me is like the small ones, you know, that like people get as gifts. So this company has like 6 shops in this area. So they have their own perfumes and they sell that over here too. They're saying a lot of Africans come here because they buy straight from the wholesale market and then they take it home because it's like cheaper than it is back home.
এটা হচ্ছে চারকোল, এটা দাঁড়াও একটু, এটা কমপ্লিট হোক। এটা হচ্ছে শ্রীলঙ্কান
tablet.
That's it.
এটা থেকে একটা ঘ্রাণ আসবে এখন।
So there's this thing called oud, which is basically something that people in Arab households apparently use, and they put them on a charcoal, and they basically spread their fragrance across like the whole house.
শ্রীলঙ্কা থেকে আসে, ইন্দোনেশিয়া থেকে আসে, অনেক দেশ থেকে।
এশিয়ান দেশ থেকে।
এটার নাম হলো দেনুলু। এটা অনেক
এটা কি হাতে লাগানোর জন্য নাকি?
বডিতে লাগানো, এটা বডিতে লাগাইলে কাপড়ে রাখলে এগুলো মসজিদে গেলে অনেক খুশবু আসে।
So we saw the Sri Lankan bags of like wooden looking things, but there's like a concentrated form of this, like this, which is what they showed me. They put it on my wrist, and that's a very powerful smell. So the oud thing that we saw earlier, there's apparently one showroom here that has like a oud that's worth like $1 million US dollars per kilogram. And we were trying to go see that, but obviously there's like steps and layers before you go film that. So I was like, nah, I just gotta go to the next souk. So we're going to the gold souk now. We're finally entering the gold souk, and everything is golden here. As you'd expect from the name, there's a lot of golden jewelry in this little hallway that I'm walking through. So behind me is this thing that they're calling a ring, but it is more like the size of a, I don't know, like a sack. It would be like a ring for Thanos or like a dinosaur or something like that. But this is the heaviest ring on earth, I think. It's at a Guinness World Record, and it's 63 kilograms, which is more than what I weigh right now. And it's not for sale, so you can't come buy it. And this thing on top of the ring is like just 5 kilos by itself. So pretty crazy stuff. Things you'll only see in Dubai because no other country wastes so much money. But I'm not gonna buy this or anything else from here probably. I don't have that kind of money, so I'm gonna move on to the next souk. Now someday I'm gonna have a lot of money and I'm still not gonna buy any of this gold jewelry because I'm not a rapper. Right next to the gold souk is also the spice souk with all these spices. And the gentleman who's walking with me, just showing me around the souk from the perfume shop I was at, he was saying that the spice souk is mostly controlled by Iranians. So they seem to be running a lot of the businesses that are in the spice souk. It's pretty interesting. The first shop we came to, there's like these big bowls of all kinds of different spices in them. Things I don't even know what they are. So most of the shops in the spice souk is closed because apparently the businesses that are run by Iranians open up early in the day and they don't stay open late. It's like 10 p.m. right now, but the gold souk stays open till like midnight, past midnight. But there are a few shops open, and there's like this one with all these spices that smell so good. And I don't even know what this is. Like I don't know if I should touch it, but things I've never seen before, like this multicolored spices, like what is this supposed to be? I don't know. So apparently this is a lemon, but it's like a dried lemon that's used in like making biryani and stuff. I don't know what this blue spice is, but it's making my finger like blue when I touch it. So we see the issue. Some businesses like to run at night after iftar so they have energy. But these shops, it seems, operate during the day and close before iftar and don't open. So a lot of these things have been closed since the evening basically. So if you come to the spice souk, definitely come during the day to see the most of it. Finally found some spices or shops with labels on their spices. So there's a utensil souk over here too, but I don't think I'm gonna have time for that today. So I thought there would be like, you know, 3 or 4 different souks, but what I'm starting to realize is this is herb souk, that was utensil souk. There's literally a souk in every single alley of this area. The whole souk area is called Grand Souk Deira, and all these other souks are basically inside Grand Souk Deira. So the gold souk, spice souk, everything that we just saw. And you're not allowed to film here, like even 2 or 3 years ago. But now the sheikh changed the rules so you can film here. So the guy who was showing me around was saying basically they can't have the food stores out up in the streets because those are very expensive properties and the rent is like ridiculous. So if you want food or drink in the Grand Souk, you have to go in these alleys and find these little shops that are like hidden basically. So we're having like an orange juice. He wanted to get me some food, but I'm very full because I had a shawarma not too long ago. Let's try this orange juice. You can taste the pulp and everything. It's very fresh orange juice. Okay, it's 10:30, it's getting late and basically everything is closing down, so it's time for me to get on the metro and get out of this Grand Souk area. And I'll wake up tomorrow morning and film a lot again because I just found out I'm going to another country from Dubai, which I was not expecting to go to, but looks like I'm going, so I gotta wrap up in Dubai in the next few days and film a lot more stuff that I've been meaning to do and then get out. So if you like this video, do let me know. This is like one of my rare market hunt videos that I don't make that often, but this was I think fun and very eventful. Please let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Feel free to subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this, and feel free to follow me on Instagram at Nadir on the go if you want real-time travel updates from me. I'll catch you guys on the next video from definitely Dubai.